That's a team, gentlemen. Hell yeah. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. The money,
Oh, he's
Friday
muted.
edition
there we go.
of Any Given Wager. What, am I muted? Am I not muted? What happened?
You're
here?
good. You're good now. You were a little muted, but it's okay.
I did, I was going to welcome in the 50 or so people that are with us right off the hop, the OGs, and I can say that because we might have 5,000 by the time the hour is out. So just know that you guys were here first. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, we thank you for being here with us. Of course, it is more NFL playoff preview content coming your way over the course of the next hour. You love to hear it. You love to see it. You love to experience it. And today, our main focus is going to be on those 3 NFC games. If you joined us yesterday, and if you missed it, it's okay. It's available on the Betting News Network YouTube page. You can go back. A lot of that content's still good and obviously actionable for you in terms of the bets and plays and insights and analysis and whatnot that we gave out to you. We only talked mainly about 2 games, though, saving the Monday nighter between the Texans and Steelers for our Monday show, when we will, of course, get into all things final wild card game and also recap all the games that took place the 5 prior across Saturday and Sunday. But fellas, good to see you again. SPJ, Sweatpants Jesus, Daniel Collins, Danny Burke. I am Adam Kaufman. And like I said, 3 games that will be our main focal point today. But before we get into all of that, we spent a lot of time yesterday talking about the coaching carousel in the NFL, the 8 openings that exist. And no, nothing is really changed since we were here 23 hours ago. It's more reports of this guy's going to interview with this team, this guy's going to interview with this team, this guy's not interested in interviewing. Are the Dolphins favorites for Harbaugh? Is that, given the Harbaugh relationship with the Ross family, is that signed, sealed, deliver? All of these things. Dolphins did hire a new GM effectively, and then VP or whatever his title, but essentially a general manager. So that's a good get for them. But beyond that, anything that you guys would like to explore before we start talking about games, because it is still the football season?
Take it away, SPJ.
I would just like to say that I'm apparently more tapped in than Ian Rappaport, because I said on this show that I think it'd be good if Mike McDaniel was the offensive coordinator for the Lions, and apparently they also agreed with my sentiment. It came out about a couple hours when we were done that it got reported that the Lions reached out to McDaniels to discuss him for their offensive coordinator position. But if you have a brain and you follow football, that makes a lot of sense. So, no, I don't think there's anything massive change-wise. I think that the more I kind of thought about it, we talked about it some yesterday on Betspresso too, about the Harbaugh. We had PJ Glasser on kind of discuss, because he's a Ravens fan, about all of that situation and what was going on with that. And he was kind of in.
Was it time, or was he upset?
No, he said it was time. He's also been a fan. It's crazy because we talked about he's been a coach of the Ravens for 18 years. And so, PJ was like, that's 3/4 of my life. I've known this guy as the head coach. And he said that the fan base, from his perspective, and also, as an actual fan that follows a lot of other fan accounts and stuff like that, he said that most of the fan base they knew it was time. He also said that which we talked about it some yesterday with you guys, so I'll say what he said about the Bills situation. Apparently he does a radio hit for a lot of the Bills media as well. And apparently the Bills or these guys that are tapped in with kind of the ownership group, they really love Sean McDermott. So they would have to really shit the bed tomorrow or Sunday for them to move on from Sean McDermott, according to because of the relationship with the ownership group. Now, I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, we'll find out what happens. But no, No, yeah, I think the McDaniel thing is really interesting, and I think that it's one of those situations where maybe that's the first domino that falls. But I do think that we're going to see a coach get hired probably close to near the end of the Super Bowl, maybe right after the Super Bowl, because a lot of these teams want to kind of get their guy and lock him in. And then I think we're going to start to see the residual effects after that, because I think it's kind of slim pickings after you go from like Stefanski and Harbaugh, and then the list kind of gets a little more, maybe this guy, because Robert Saleh is a great defensive coordinator, but a lot of these guys are offensive or defensive coordinators that have been head coaches before, and the reason why they're back to being coordinators is because they were terrible head coaches. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We're going to see a bunch of them on display this weekend as well in their current games and their current positions too, which is going to be interesting to see if, I don't know, does the drama come up of maybe they're distracted because they're thinking about getting a head coaching job and all that malarkey. But yeah, I don't know. I would like you guys to call me now Sweatpants Rappaport because of my reporting yesterday. So thank you.
It is funny. When I saw that, I was like, is this where SPJ got it from? Or did he?
I'm tapped in, bro.
I was impressed, but I sent that to some of my friends and I was curious their thoughts on it, because I said, if this happens, we're in trouble. And yeah, pretty much everybody had the same thought process of if Mike McDaniel does go to Detroit with that offense. It's going to be scary times for the NFC North. Fun for everybody else outside of it, but for the teams within, my goodness, that conference or that division, pardon me, would just be absolute mayhem. I guess one thing that we also were talking about, because I was cracking up about this yesterday, just couldn't believe that the rumors were still swirling. And I think it was Rappaport, Schefter, or some accounts said something about maybe exploring, but that like Matt LaFleur would potentially